Stream going. There we go. Let us jump into some Hades 2.
Hestia.
Let's just do a run. See if today's will be the run.
Parts, don't you, dearie? Well, since it seems a little cold out there tonight, why don't we make some temperature adjustments here?
Axe Inflict Scorch. This is a good starter.
Near all of the near-endless pathways in suffocating Erebus lead to dead ends, and very scarce are those who can navigate them.
Everything appears to be good. Yeah.
Took only my entire life to figure out.
Okay. And fireballs. Fireballs are fun. I want to find his Zeus so I can give him a nectar and we can start aiming for fire and electricity as our first two boons on runs. Hey, Dandelion. How are you doing today? Okay, hammer. Hammer early is good. I can make this sort of held down attack with the wands cheaper. I can start spamming it for the full run as early as possible. Okay, when you channel your X attack, it's 10% faster and uses 3 fewer magic points. That's exactly the thing I was talking about, hoping the hammer would do. Got on my computer for the first time since October and things are so much easier on here. I imagine they are. No app is better on a mobile. I'm a big believer of that. Some of them may claim to be, they are lying. Saint Nobody says, I always tended to favour Dionysus boons in the first game. He's just so fun. I really enjoyed the poison effect in the first one. If Dionysus is in 2, I haven't found him yet. But then again, some of the gods have taken a while for me to find in this. So I'm playing around with some new stuff. Having not yet found Dionysus. It's forcing me to get mildly out of my own comfort zone. Ooh, I've not given Chaos a nectar yet. Okay, yeah, some apps might be, but I mean anything that starts as like a website on PC browser and then goes, "Oh, use our web app, it's better." It's like, is it though? Is it though? Okay, let's remember to. Maybe I've given you a gift. Have I given you a gift, Chaos?
Almighty Chaos. I wish you to have this gift of nectar in accordance
Hey,
with my
Active
family's custom
Criticism.
among relatives and friends. None of this would have been possible if not for you.
I shall grant you this wish and the freedom to bestow upon me further gifts as you see fit, for I have familiarity with this custom of yours, and am prepared to reciprocate.
Can we talk about Chaos's new art? Which appears to be Chaos's physical form from the first Hades, dead, the skull and spinal cord, but a baby is growing out of the mouth, tethered by an umbilical cord where the tongue should be, being held by new Chaos. They're hot though.
Whatever this is.
Transcendent embryo. Just talking about that, has she just given me? Have they just given me the skull with the fetus coming out of it? Chaos be like that.
With the pitch black standing stone as I requested earlier. You may take as long as you wish to do so. Our experiment proceeds nevertheless.
I'm trying, Chaos. I'm trying. And the next 3 encounters each time you use cast get hit for 5. Sprint will be faster. Whenever you take damage, you're stunned. Cast will deal more damage. Let's be faster. Just don't use the circular cast for a few wounds and we'll be faster. Yes, how is everyone doing today? I have been playing entirely too much Hades in amongst all of my other work obligations. This game is going to be my life for a bit, I can feel it. Justin 6, I'm good, I'm good. Today has been, we recorded Porquisition today. I subtitled the new Control Alt Access episode that's going up tomorrow. Did a bunch of emails to various games media websites about the date and time of the Accessibility Summer Showcase for this year. GameSpot wrote about it earlier, so there's a news post about the AA Showcase up on GameSpot now, which is cool. Power up my existing stuff. Let's go this way. We're gonna keep backing away so that the screaming ghost can't get too close. Yeah, so this is my new favorite weapon I found in Hades 2. It is a pair of flaming wands that shoot magic from a distance, and as long as you put like a good status effect on them, you can play them kind of the way that I used to play with the Gilgamesh fists and Dionysus's poison boons, where like you're doing lots of small attacks pretty safely, not to do the damage on them, but to set up the status effect that's actually going to do the damage. So I am having fun with that. Oh, it's this guy that I've got to stay really close to in order to hit. I can't see anything when I'm not stood near it. This is an annoying enemy. I just need to get your shield barrier down, and then I can stun lock you. Then the fog of war will clear, and I can fight everything else. Took a little damage there. Hard not to. You have to be so close to it to be able to see it.
Out of my sight.
Specials inflict Scorch. Rapidly regain a magic, but you have 20% lower health. It would make it much easier to keep spamming my fireballs. I'm gonna be a little bit glass cannon for now. I think I can survive being a glass cannon for a bit. Yeah, so those of you who were here for the stream of this we did on Monday night, we were speculating that this game might be bigger than it initially appeared. You know, it might possibly even be bigger than Hades 1 was. And I had a really out there theory on Monday night stream that maybe the upward staircase that was being teased would be a whole other Hades to go to. Yeah, after this run, I'll show you what's up that staircase, because it sure seems like there's 2 entire Hades in this Hades, and both of them are longer than the Hades in the first Hades. There's a lot of Hades in this game. I have seen, I believe, 8 unique environments so far in this game, where there were 4 total in Hades 1, even when, like, it was a complete finished release. This is in early access, and I've seen 8. I've seen 8 environments, like 8 unique locations already in this Hades. I'm struggling to take on board quite how much Hades is in this Hades. In the best kinds of ways. But yes, this is definitely the first weapon I found where I'm like really, really gravitating towards it in the way that I did with the Gilgamesh fists in the first one. It's my first weapon I've truly fallen in love with as like this is going to be my main for a while. Ooh, okay, we are heading into the spider room. If you are arachnophobic and don't want to see spider NPC, I'll let you know when it is safe to look back.
Finery, so soft, divine. I spin my threads and catch whatever comes my way. Pleasant memory that
You've come back. For what it's worth, I never have disliked spiders myself. They keep the woods free of pests. And what would this place be without their webs?
Thank you, my friend. I know you mean well when you say such things. If it makes you feel any better, I don't just hate what I've become. You gods, I hate you too.
Okay, let's get the dress
I hope you like
that refills our magic. Also, I didn't realize for far too long that the outfits that you get from this NPC change your character's visual appearance, that you're visibly wearing a new outfit. Say Nobody Says, does this have branching so you don't do every biome in every run then? Otherwise it seems like a run would be too long. So here's the thing. There are two separate directions. There are two runs. There is a run that is like maybe four-ish areas in like that is one direction, and a run of at least four different locations, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the last. I don't know if I've gotten to the last one in the other one. At least four in the other direction. So it's two runs comparable in length to the original Hades runs. There's just twice as many options of what run to do. Sorry, yes, I am out of the spider room. Like, so what we're doing right now is we are attempting to fight our way down, down to the underworld in order to go fight Kronos, the god of time, who is currently sitting around in the... Do you remember the hub room from the start of the first Hades, where, like, Hades sat upon his throne? Yeah, Kronos is, like, sat in that throne being all dickish, and we're trying to fight our way down to fight him. I will, after this run, show you the other direction, the other option that a run of this can become. I'm done kicking this thing's ass. Okay, let's get more max magic. I have 250 gold. Come on, give me a Zeus boon. Give me electricity. Okay. We'll take the moon one.
I do not care to see the glimmer of the golden coins that Charon takes from you. It is far too much like the light of day, which likewise I can stand only so long. Look forth.
Okay, I can do 1,000 damage to a target, do a big crash. Let's try Total Eclipse. I don't think I've used this one yet.
Strength is yours.
Okay, oh, I move a target around. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's gonna be fun for bosses. Speaking of which, I'm about to go do that first boss, who I'm pretty decent at now. Even if I only have the one offense boon, I think we can do this.
We are alone. Nary the baying of a single hound is to be heard. Now cross flames.
Real one, that's good. Sprint around. Ooh, took more damage than I wanted to there, but that's fine. Just won't take more, that's all. Having to get used to my new faster sprint. Making me run faster than I intended. Come on, now stay there for a second, bitchy. Oh, that was so much damage. Okay, I've got to survive as a sheep for a minute. Ah. Okay, now take out the little minions. Okay.
So much for silken
My
armor.
shield, my armor broke, but that's fine. Okay, you're the real one. Play. on. Over this way. Come on. Step into my... There we go. Step into my big meteor drop. Hell yeah. Cool. First boss down.
You passed this test again.
As you can see, I'm getting better
Though
at this,
how
but also I
much
found a
farther
weapon
you
that's
can
more
go,
my
we'll see.
combat style, which has helped a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll
Good
take the
find.
first item. Area 2.
He's there.
You.
Yes, some of you on Monday's stream had some guesses about who this figure standing in the shadows all ominous was.
The goddess of the hearth has blessed you now. There is no flame which time cannot extinguish soon enough.
Yeah, those of you who called Kronos were correct, and I guess that makes sense because this is basically what Hades did in the first one. Just stood there sometimes in the zone between zones, sort of having a little quiet gloat. Gain a random common chaos blessing once this night. Every 8 encounters replace it.
The
Interesting.
sheath.
What can we get from Charon? How's my health looking? I could do with more.
Couldn't
Yeah.
hurt.
Take the extra health. I really want a Zeus spoon. Bonjour, Sergeant Pastry.
Some limestone.
Am I fighting with maracas? No, sort of torches that throw magic fireballs. I mean, it's not always fireballs, but they're like magic wand flaming torches. Where I make their blasts as cheap as possible, and I don't worry about their actual damage output, just the fact that they apply status effects, and then I spin around doing ranged spamming of status ailments.
Enough of this.
Taking something of a scenic route down to your father's house. Gramps has the major regions of the underworld locked down, so come to think, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, sprint could be even faster and block one hit per encounter. My specials could be faster. Projectile speed being slower, enemy projectiles being slower would be nice.
Jump.
Let's try and make this drop a big meteorite even more powerful. Because yes, the Moon Goddess's blessings have an upgrade tree, and they get pretty ridiculously powerful if you invest a bit in those upgrade trees.
Those spouts again. The path of stars.
Yeah, I'm basically being a D&D wizard casting Firebolt, exactly. Right. Fewer magic needed to cast my hex. What's my end goal? +1 Moonblast. Ooh, a second big meteor from the sky. Okay. 5% damage boost when my hex isn't ready. Plus 100 power. 20% larger area, 3 smaller blasts, or 20% larger area because it's less likely the boss will manage to get out the way before it hits.
Seleni's hidden strength.
Make it just a little harder for them to dodge. Ooh, finally an ice boon offered. So we'll take the shield, we'll take the extra magic. Let's go get a Demeter boon, but that's going to mean fighting this little fish enemy, but that's fine. Damage output, I was going to say, really isn't that bad. It's not that bad when it's the projectiles. I just have to stay far enough away that your melee can't get me. That's... Oh. I forgot how this worked. That's on me that my big meteor didn't do anything. Okay, my health's not great, but I've got a Death Defiance in the pockets. Should be okay.
Took me for simple prey.
There's a touch of moonlight about you, flower, as though Selene lights your way. Would that the moon concerned herself.
What's the half moon symbol on the health bar? We'll have a look in a second, and I can tell you. Oh, I think I know what it is. Well, I'll double check in a second. My casts repeatedly deal damage and do freeze. Yeah, we'll take that. The half moon symbol on the health bar. Oh, not on my health bar. I'm assuming on the enemy's health bar? I don't know. I'm not looking at it, and therefore my brain has completely forgotten it ever existed. My apologies.
Move along. Come off it.
Oh,
You
hey.
acting tough. Go on.
I'll keep an eye
Hit me
open
hard
for
as
it.
you can. Free shot. Hit
Oh.
me.
Can I do 1,000 damage fast enough this time? No. 550.
Barely felt that at all. Right.
Okay. Yeah, my build is not built for a lot of damage very quickly. It is built for over time safely chip away and like build up the damage over time, which is not a good fit for you have 3 seconds, do a bunch of damage right the hell now. Oh, I could have laid down the ice as well. Oh well. Okay. It was there earlier, and now it's gone. I'm guessing it was part of a boon. Oh! It was probably the armor. I had some armor. The spider NPC gave me armor that's, like, temporary, like, extra health. But while you've got it, it usually also confers some kind of benefit. And the benefit goes away when the armor's chipped away, and then your health starts going down again. I'm guessing that's what it was. I don't remember if the armor has a half moon effect visual on it, but I think it does. So I have... Oh. Sorry, did not realize opening that menu to look at my boons to see if the symbol appeared wouldn't pause the game. I thought it would pause. That's most of my health gone. Oopsie. I guess that's my first time opening the boons menu while mid-fight. Okay. You know what? Let's not throw the runaway. Even though that was real foolish of me. This is what I get for trying to check a thing in the moment. Fire and ice, sure. You know what? I might just let this run go. Let's piss off friend Demeter. I was really hoping for a Zeus boon anyway. Okay, come on, take me out. Yeah, that's on me. I threw away very important health there. But I'm going to ignore, like, most of the narrative content in the hub, and we're just going to go sprint over to the other gameplay elements. So, like, where we were just heading there is, like, a Hades in that direction. There's a pretty good Hades amount of game in that direction, if you want to go play that particular Hades. Let me set this back to Hestia. But there's a second staircase going up.
New night, new path.
Sinister Solace says, how far does this one go? Like, how many areas are there? I played the test build, which ended at Hecate. So, down, where we were just going, I believe is 4 areas, maybe slightly more. I'll leave some ambiguity there. but at least 4 areas, like the first Hades had, where you are fighting your way down toward the underworld, and, like, instead of trying to, like, start at the room with Hades on his throne, Kronos is sat on that throne and you're trying to get down to him. There's also at least 4 going up toward Mount Olympus. I've seen 3 of them? Have I seen 3 of them, or have I seen 4 of them? I've seen at least 3, I think 4, going up, and I don't know if that's the end. So Hades had 4. This is in early access, and it already has, I think, 8, at least. I'm gonna guess 8 total. So to go up here, I had to go on a side quest to unlock the gate, go on another side quest to not just die the second I got up here. Because you remember how Zagreus would just, like, die the instant he went to the surface? He couldn't stay up here for more than, like, 30 seconds? Yeah, that was happening to Melinoe too, and I had to do a quest to get around that. But now, I can go do a whole separate Hades up on the surface.
First we got you going after Kronos, now we got you coming here to our defense. Blast. Though just in case nobody said it yet, we really
And this is it while it's in early access. There's apparently another area they want to add to the game that isn't in the game yet. So I don't know what that means. But up here you get a lot of, like, zombie enemies and, like, living mammals. You get a lot less ghosts and a lot more, like, here's just some flesh and blood creatures. Teres Kasai, Hades 2 is indeed hornier. It's wonderful. But yeah, you've got this, like, half an orc dragging itself around on its entrails. Okay, we've got fire and ice. Good start.
My mother was lost to me. The Witch of the Crossroads emerged from the shadows to light my way as I searched to the ends of the earth. We found not a thing. But at least I was not alone.
Okay, cast repeatedly deal damage in the area and freeze. Love that. Let's remember to use it this time.
Back to the main square.
So this first area, like, I would say these like going up toward Mount Olympus levels are like going down toward Hades, down toward the underworld is like more traditional Hades 1 stuff. Going up towards Mount Olympus is where, like, the weird, interesting content is. Have you found fishing yet? I liked fishing in the first game, but it felt like finding fishing spots was too rare. Fishing spots are really common now, but I haven't crafted the fishing rod yet. I could, I just haven't gotten around to it. So this first area is kind of like, Hades' room, the floor just before Hades was in Hades 1, where you had to go... In that, you were trying to find, like, a specific item... in one of the rooms. Here, you just have to complete 6 rooms of your choice from a series of options that each give you good upgrades. So let's have a look. We've got water, double magic upgrade. We've got, what are our options? Hammer, double health. I want to check out what all of the boon options are before I commit to anything. We've got another fire boon down here, another ice boon up here. Hermes. Okay. I've got the fire attack, so right now I think a good place to start is get more magic, get more health. Make my commitments from there. And in these, I'm trying to basically smash these sort of glass D20 things to free a bunch of souls. Spooky, scary skeletons to fight. It's nice that we get to see lots of, like, on-the-surface Greek architecture up here.
Felt that.
Okay, now, are there any little sub-rooms in this one? Because sometimes these areas up above the ground will have, like, additional rooms you can head into, but it doesn't look like that's the case for this one.
The barrier's weakening.
Okay, let's go get the extra health. I think Maybe even, yeah, let's get the Daedalus Hammer as well. And then we'll start getting some more boons. Oh, it's Heracles!
Either good or ill fortune. Not yet made up my mind.
We just have a human man to fight now, or to interact with. It might have been a dodecahedron rather than an icosahedron. I don't know. I didn't count. I was busy fighting shit. Okay, I gotta collect more money than Heracles. If I can. Heracles is winning right now. Take too much damage in the process, but we'll see. Okay, okay, I'm ahead, I'm ahead.
Couldn't do it.
Okay. Okay, I got good money.
All dead.
Oh! I've not given him a gift.
Great son of Zeus, I offer you this gift of nectar, that it may quench your thirst as you labor for the gods. They must be grateful for your might.
Saves me having to find another bottle for when next I have to prove my fealty.
No trouble at all, thank you.
Okay, we got a new
Olympus
little
is fortunate
trinket.
to have your strength and service. So
I serve the gods all right. Served them a long time, one tall order after another. They brought me fame, glory, everything.
but you've had enough of them.
Oh. My work history can demonstrate I never get enough of them, either. All right, then.
Okay. Right, so that was the second. Let's get Daedalus Hammer third. I'm hoping I can at least get to the second area going up north, because the second area is really visually interesting. After this, I will go back down to a run going south, because I can do pretty well on those going south runs. That first one, I just let myself lose most of my health because I was silly. Daedalus Hammer. Your attack splits in two after it strikes a foe. Yeah, let's have
light my way.
Splitting and multiplying fireballs. Okay, so we've got to do 3 more. I'm thinking they should probably be at least 1 Poseidon boon, and then go for 1 more fire, 1 more ice.
This can't wait.
Way too warm tonight. Summer feels like it has arrived, and it is humid as hell.
Apollo said you met your flighty cousin Artemis. Now that's some tracking skill, I must admit. She's gone so often, figured she was merely lollygagging with her woodland friends again.
Okay. Sprint deals damage on impact. Okay, so we can do a little wet sprint now. That's going to be good for getting rid of like little mobs of enemies. So yeah, let's get one of these. Actually, let's try re-rolling a door, see if we can get a Zeus. I can get a Zeus boon off those by re-rolling one of the doors that I don't Oh yes, I keep forgetting I have big ice zones drop down. I need to remember I can be dropping my ice zone.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. Specials. I can have specials do. When scorch-afflicted foes are slain, they damage nearby foes. Gonna be good for regular areas. Ain't no little sub-zones today up top. No little additional rooms for me to head into. Okay, let's find one that I don't particularly want. Let's re-roll.
What else?
One. It's a. Do I want more fire or do I want more ice? Fire. All in on fire. Let's go real go big or go home.
One less pylon. Not now.
Rapidly restore magic, but have 20% fewer health. 300 Scorch makes a big burst of damage. Scorch effects deal bonus damage to armor. Let's melt armor. Okay. Oh, my phone's buzzing left, right, and center. I'm getting a bunch of notifications because GameSpot wrote about the Accessibility Summer Showcase, and linked to the accessibility website. All of the hundreds of websites that just copy and paste anything that GameSpot posts and post it as themselves as like weird clone sites are also linking to accessibility. Means I'm getting a bunch of pingbacks mentioning my article on places like Yamaguegos.com, maxfelix.eu, and they're all just the GameSpot article, like copy-pasted. Auto-posted by some bot. Have I had a successful run yet? No. Of the two possible routes, I've not gotten to. I don't know what the end goal of the going up toward Olympus one is yet. But the going down to Kronos, I did get to Kronos, and I got Kronos down to like, I'm gonna say like 5% of a health bar. Now, I don't know if he's got a second form, or like a second phase, but at least the first visible health bar I saw of him, I got down to like pretty close. So I've had one pretty damn good run going down. I don't know how far going up goes yet.
Farewell, Athera.
I'm not great at Hades. I love playing Hades. I'm certainly no pro Hades player. But I'll get there, given time.
A gift from the earth.
Okay, let's take another Poseidon boom.
On my authority.
A spirit bubble may appear. Spirit bubbles are great. So there's a 10% chance anytime I hit an enemy, a bubble will spawn, and that bubble will give me back 20 MP, which will mean I can just keep spamming my like held down magic fireball attack. Honestly, fluid gain is a really fucking powerful ability. I'd kind of been sleeping on it, but it's way better than I'd been giving it credit for. Let's increase the likelihood of spirit bubbles. Oh, I'm certainly not doing Heat 64 runs anytime soon. Cerberus was the first boss in the Going South route that, like, really caused me some trouble. Cerberus was tricky, at least until I got the magic wands I'm using now.
You said nobody took your eye before, as well as your sheep. How did you lose them then?
Nobody played a dirty trick on me as Al. Bunch of sailors thought they could get away with my sheep, so I ate a couple of them. The sailors, that is. But nobody got me when I wasn't looking. Then he got away.
Can I just say, I love Cyclops, who's lost his one eye, so has painted an eye on his eye bandage. Like, visually, real interesting design. Say nobody, they may make you fight the doggy. It's okay, the doggy's okay. It's not the doggy's fault that you gotta fight the doggy.
And you've sought vengeance on this nobody ever since.
No, not me personally. Someday somebody's gonna get nobody for what he did. So I am gonna get you right here and now.
Need to recharge.
Here's some of my pals.
Quickly grab these orbs so I can get my magic back. Oh, that was way too much damage for me to have taken. It was really greedy of me to try and get the big cast circle down like that when he was in close range mode. See, now that I'm playing on stream, I'm playing considerably worse, which is the curse of a game like Hades. But there you go. Here's at least a little taste of the entire second Hades that exists in this Hades. Okay, let's just play really fucking defensively. No. I went to look at chat. Yeah, it's stream attacks, as Hero says. I looked at chat, and then as soon as I did it, I was like, this is the wrong time to have looked at chat.
Get out of my head.
But what we're gonna do for now, I'm gonna ignore all this plot stuff here for a minute. Will this be out on Switch? It will, but not until it leaves early access, which has been implied to be at least not until the end of 2024. It'll probably be either late this year or early next year. It'll probably come out on Switch, would be my expectation. They seem to be aiming for end of this year for 1.0, and 1.0 will probably be when console happens. Right. Screw it. We're gonna go down. Down is the route that I've managed to get further on. So hopefully stream attacks will be less of a problem this direction.
You slip right out of there this late without my noticing. Well, typically you can, but not this time. And your punishment is a fine selection of heartwarming boons.
Okay, yeah, let's take flames on my regular attack. What I want is lightning. I want to be doing the flame and electricity starter duo. I kept forgetting to give Zeus a tonic, or didn't have any to give, and now that I have one and I'm looking for him, can't see Zeus anywhere. Come on, give me a Zeus door. Ooh, it's not a Zeus door, but let's go see someone. Let's alter this just in case we get a Zeus door.
It's done.
No, okay. Let's go see someone new that you probably haven't seen yet. or many of you won't have seen yet.
Together.
Here we go.
Queen Hera.
Yeah, we can afford to give you one.
Queen Hera, out of all the matters you could be attending to, you've chosen to aid me. I am honored and would honor you in kind.
Is there a wedding date that I should know about? Or are you merely being generous with me?
It's a blue hair shaved on the side goddess again. So many good. My hair is shaved short on one side and it's blue and swept over character designs. It's blue hair and pronouns all the way down.
You truly needn't have, Your Majesty.
There you are again, my dear.
Okay, so Hitch is a new status effect that's interesting. It's a curse. Afflicted foes take 30% of damage that is dealt to other afflicted foes. So if you get Hitch on 2 different enemies and you attack one of them, the other one will take 30% of that damage as well. Which is weird and wild. Sprint does Hitch. You know what? We'll put Hitch on the sprint.
Interesting.
Oh, because she's the goddess of marriage. That's clever.
Can't right now.
Come on, give me Zeus. Why will Zeus not show up now I'm looking for him? It's like he knows. It's like the game knows I'm looking for Zeus. He's hiding from Hera. Can you still fight Karen? If you can, I've not yet discovered how, but I suspect it's probably still doable. Or at least will be at some point in development.
Mindless wretch.
I don't think I'm gonna hold on to some nectar so I don't mindlessly use them and accidentally use up my last one and not have one to give Zeus.
So fiery old Hestia has taken to you, You should be very proud, for typically she can't be bothered, and she cannot be impressed.
Okay, if you still have 70% of your health when you leave a room, go back up to full health. That's real nice. That's real nice.
A moment of reprieve. Most.
Oh, is it time for the kitty cat? Is the kitty cat going to be here today?
Needed that.
Oh, kitty cat is not here. Sometimes there's a kitty cat here. And it's charming. We'll try the shop, just on the off chance.
Good evening, boatman.
5 shy. Okay. We'll take the extra magic. Let's go for a room that has 2 boons. Let's find out what Hera does when not selected in a doubles room.
How lovely.
Well, you still have at least 80% health, you deal more damage. I can take that.
Perhaps you belong here on Olympus after all, showing such rudeness to me.
Forgive me, Queen Hera.
Oh, you are. Those lightning things are scary. Can I use those if I invest in your boons a lot?
It's no use.
Okay.
Well, we've made enough enemies already that we hunt.
Okay. After you take damage, inflict hitch, your hitch deal more damage and lasts 5 seconds longer. Okay, let's up the hitch. Let's get extra health.
There you are.
Okay, I gotta kill more things than Artemis. Oh, Restream's done that thing where I can't see the YouTube chat again. Okay. Give me a sec, I'll try and fix it in a minute. You know, Sinister Solace, I think you're right. I had assumed I was trying to kill more than her, because that was the thing from the first. And I keep going, maybe that assumption's not right because there's not actually a counter, but just in case, I'm trying to kill as many as I can because I don't want her to win. If it turns out secretly it is a competition, I don't want her to win.
It's been a pleasure to have worked more closely.
Okay,
with
let's
you,
see if I
Sister
can
Artemis.
get Restream
This
to
is
work.
hardly worth the gift of impeccable precision, though I wanted you to have it.
No, the YouTube chat just doesn't want to work. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I'll get the YouTube app, the YouTube chat open a different way. Okay. Okay, can I do pop out chat? Yes. Okay. So I still have the YouTube chat just over here. There we go. Sorry about the wait there.
Doing the old traditions now, are we? Well, sure, then I accept your offering, Sister Melenoi. And I've an offering for you in kind.
Truly, you're the best. Why has Olympus sent you all the way out here anyway? I thought you'd have gone back by now. You're always welcome in the crossroads.
Appreciate it, sister, and I might stop by, but I don't mind the woods. As for why I'm all the way out here, mostly to spy on you.
I'm certain that they do. Do you ever slip up with them?
Depends on who you're talking about, I guess. But for the most part, they just think we're young and flighty. For you.
Okay. Okay, fire-seeking arrows anytime I hit anything. This is good. Okay, I'm entering the spider room. If you don't like spiders, here's your warning to look away. I'll tell you when you can look back.
Click and load. My friend.
Got it.
Where have you been lately, my friend? I'd grown so well accustomed to you visiting these woods that when you didn't show up for a night or two, I became a touch concerned is all.
I'm sorry that I worried you. My task requires that I head up to the surface now, as well as down below. It's a big adjustment for me there.
You went that way? I don't so much as miss it anymore where I came from. Well, you must know your way around, but if you need a local's point of view, you need but ask. Do you like it?
Thanks, Arachne.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Okay, I have left now. To the person who was asking about the crescent moon on the health bar, I'm assuming that it's the icon that's there now, the sort of crescent moon in a shield. And if so, there you go, there's your answer, it's armor.
The Cyclops Polyphemus, whom you faced, Once hid within a cavern not even my silver light could reach. Now he has taken sides with Kronos. Too many rise against the god.
Okay.
Your choice.
Let's become a darkness evil Super
clearing
Saiyan
isn't far.
when our meter fills. That's a fun
There
one.
you are. Decided to take a break from all your recent outings to the surface, have you now?
There's much to be done, both above and below.
I taught you nothing of such flattery. The all-consuming flame.
This is more like it in terms of damage output.
Arise again, sisters.
Here we go. Good. This is a good start for it. Eat my dark Kamehameha! Hey, Evelyn Void! I'm a sheep currently. I'll be with you in a moment. Ah!
Behold the moon.
We'll spot to stay for a moment. Okay, cool. Let me transform now.
Anyway.
Cool. Cool, that's step one.
I shall see you at the crossroads anon. I shall return to Shadow now.
Thank you, Headmistress.
Onward. Oh, you're there again, Charon. 30% bonus damage, 20% crit when on low health. Let's take the Demeter one.
I was beginning to think I had successfully dissuaded you. When it came to my attention, you were trespassing some other place instead. You dared venture above.
I did.
I've seen your work up there firsthand. To have unsealed the very gates of hell and brought disaster to mortals who've nothing to do with your petty vendetta.
You speak of the bedraggled city of Aethera, which once stood in sycophantic tribute to your upstart father. Perhaps what mortals yet remain there shall think twice next time before they put their faith in gods.
Cool.
Coward.
Cool. Very chill of you. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on, just give me one Zeus spoon, game. Just one Zeus spoon. So that I can get the Zeus trinket. Zeus has been gone a bloody while. Okay. This time, I won't lose all my health stupidly before I get to the really cool boss fight of this area that I want to show off.
They broke my suit.
Fatalist hammer, come on, give me the cheap fireballs again. Cheapen my fireballs, make them cheaper for me.
Okay.
Move slower bit, special orbits. Okay, let's take the slower movement. Oh, let's go see the friendly NPC of the second area.
I was like, no way. But then I go, wait, what if...
Here we go.
Remember that one, man? Oh, it's you.
You're very focused.
Let's talk to a character who doesn't have character art yet.
To the incessant singing that always echoes through these halls.
Speak not to me of
Narcissus!
echoes that, okay? Echo meant nothing to me and somehow got the wrong idea anyway. And don't you get any ideas either.
Echo meant nothing to you. What? I was talking about Skilla song.
What? Narcissus, a bit of a narcissist.
I can't quite hear it now either.
How about I learn to block you out with this?
Okay, magic up, health up. Let's get magic bar up.
Thanks for coming by.
I can do this.
He's a bit of a narcissist. Oh, where have you gone? Come on. Show up so I can Super Saiyan blast you.
Hideous thing.
There's so much I would speak with you about, Malinoi. But this is not the hour or the means.
Okay.
Possible exchange.
1 instance of damage per room. Not a bad shout. I got money. Come on, offer me just 1 zoo spoon. Just one zoo spoon.
Limestone.
Uh, 228.
That ferryman having a fire sale there. Don't want you paying an exorbitant amount.
Scorch does extra damage to armor.
Should be the last of them. The path of stars.
Okay, what am I building towards? Gain the bonuses of your special boon. That gains the attack boon, so this is what I want. I want to go this direction. Extra time. Yeah, I'll take the extra time.
With the grace of the moon.
Your path is set.
Ah, more fire. All the fire. Evelyn Boyd, yeah, games industry continues to be pretty bullshit. I'm trying to, you know, find things to love about it, but, you know, for all the publicly known reasons about layoffs and studio closes and bullshit like that, and also half a dozen things that, like, I'm aware of that are not public, that are, yeah, it's hard to be passionate about games right now, but I'm trying to take solace in is a video game that I'm fucking having a great time with, and that is what it is.
There.
148. Hades 2 is cool, and that is a nice ray of sunshine in an industry full of bullshit.
Lord Charon?
Everything I've heard about Supergiant is that they are, like, legitimately good to work for, very reasonable people, who largely use early access as a model because it allows them to have a healthier, you know, work culture.
Is it that you seem to know our tricks? Other than the part where we keep playing the same act. Usually it slays.
Yeah, so this is maybe my favorite boss so far in Hades 2. It's 3 sirens who are in a band, and the soundtrack is like a song with lyrics, and the more of these sirens you defeat in the battle, more layers of the music stop existing. Look, I'll say this. Trust me, I am aware of the depressing state of the video game industry. Go read Who Hunts the Whale, a satirical fictional novel that says in the front page of it any similarities to people or companies, you know, real or fictitious, are purely coincidental. It's definitely not a direct parody of a specific list of video game publishers who the name of the book used to be several of their names smushed together. Yeah, Izzy, probably it's a lot of it will hit very close to home, but it ends on a hopeful for the future note that even in like the year or so since the book published, I think the industry has shown it is trending the way we hoped it would, but yeah, Skilly is not quite a siren, but they're together, like, their whole deal is we're going to use music to lure you here to drown you. I get you, Izzy.
The great tactician Odysseus says hello. Told me all about you. You claim you never let anybody get away. Though I understand, all but 6 of his hapless men got well away from you.
Odysseus? Oh, he's still on the hook. Big fish like that just takes a while to reel in, as he might say. And here we go!
Still need to work out what featured artist does exactly.
Couldn't do it.
I'm gonna pull out your eyes and then drown you to death, I believe was a lyric of the song that just existed. Okay, oh yes, so featured artist makes one of the band members have extra attacks. I assumed that was it, but I wasn't certain. I was like, in the heat of the moment, I very rarely am paying enough attention to internalize what's different. Yes, Jorvik Witch, I had the song lyric subtitles on. It's one of my few complaints about this game right now, is it keeps changing my settings occasionally. It's in accessibility? Yeah. Autofire, for example, keeps turning off. Don't know why.
I hate her.
Some of my settings just keep occasionally changing themselves. Wasn't a problem in the technical test when I could have given feedback, but, oh, there we go. Okay, Area 3. Let's continue. This one's an interesting area.
I've insufficient funds.
Let's go for... Let's get the revival for this floor.
Firmer ground.
Arrow Odyssey, I am loving this game so far. I've put like 15 hours in already, and I am having a fantastic time with it. So yes, this area is large, big, open spaces that have multiple boons you need to find and like do fights to access.
From a golden bough.
Lots of following flower petals on the ground to lead you towards trees that will lead you towards the things you're looking for. Does it feel early access? Couldn't feel further from it. So like the first Hades, it had like 2 locations you could go to out of the 4 that would be like a complete run. And like Hades as a full game had like 4 areas you could go to. This is in early access and I've already seen at least 8 areas in this game. Twice the number that were in the full game of the first Hades. With at least the promise of 1 more major area to be added before 1.0. It feels less early access right now than the finished on sale not early access Hades 1 in some regards. You know, occasional placeholder character art and whatnot aside. Like there is a lot of stuff here and a lot of it feels very polished. I mean, I'm already kind of blown away by the early access version. There is more stuff here than I was ready for. Incompetent Hero, I'm very glad that a random bookshop for some reason had one of your favorite hot sauces and therefore you get hot sauce. That's lovely. Yes, there's things that are clearly placeholder images. So like, this ring you see here that's like that's meant to be like a lucky tooth. It's just a placeholder icon. It's nothing that's like impacting the flow of the game. And some of these boons clearly have like, that's just an L. And like not a original icon yet. There's some characters that don't have original character art yet, but like none of it is stuff that's like ultimately that important in making it feel not complete. It's got all the stuff that it needs to feel like, oh, I bought a game for £25 and it feels worth £25. Okay, Incompetent Hero says, you mentioned 8 areas. Is it choose one of 2 biomes for the next area, or are they all one after another? So, if you played Hades 1, you know how that was 4 areas in a row? Hades 2 has, if you go down some stairs, there's 4 areas in a row. If you go up some stairs, there's 4 completely different areas in a row. That seems to be the gist. Right. Let me fuck these guys up real quick.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I think you can't access all the weapons too yet. There's one weapon slot that I haven't yet seen unlockable, and that's not to say it can't be unlocked, but if it is unlockable, I haven't seen it yet. So there's at least one weapon that I haven't currently yet seen. My understanding is the story doesn't have an ending. The main thing that, like, I finally today looked at some, like, people who've played further into this, what their opinions were. You know how, like, when you completed a run in the first Hades, you would unlock, like, the heat mode so you could raise the difficulty, but you would also get, like, plot stuff each time you completed a run that would eventually lead to, like, the finale of, like, the actual story? Like, that's not there yet. So for now, there is a certain degree of... You can do the gameplay bit of it and get a lot of the story, but you won't get to see, quote-unquote, the ending of the story. I mean, Hades 1 had 2 areas in early access. This has 8. Yeah, there are some things that, like, might get rebalanced and stuff. What does the Lollipop Swirl mean? Is it on screen now? I don't know what Lollipop Swirl that... Oh, sorry, the Lollipop Swirl. Yes, this is a whole other system that I've discovered since Monday. Sometimes boons will have elemental affinities now. This top one, despite being one of Aphrodite's boons, is water affiliated. The Lollipop Swirl is wind. And certain boons will give you bonuses if you have, like, enough matching boon types. So, like, oh, if you have at least 4 with the Lollipop Swirl, will give you this bonus. And they tend to be better bonuses, but you have to kind of pick boons throughout your run to, like, achieve those synergies. Let's see. Specials deal more damage to nearby foes. Oh yeah, here's an example of one. If you have at least 4 Lollipop Swirls, 15% dodge chance. You know what, we'll take that and we'll see if we can get 2 more Lollipop Swirl boons. Where's the exit? Is it up this way? Let's get upgrading our moon powers. Yeah, look, there are things I'm excited for to be added to this game, but also I'm already getting the impression, even if not a single update ever happened to this, I would be very confident I got £25 worth of, you know, quality and quantity out of this. I'm already feeling like I would have gotten my money's worth with what is here. Okay, let's get this.
Nicaeans.
Yeah, they are definitely encouraging you to be more varied with your builds, from rewards for using certain weapons for runs to, hey, we're going to give boons random affinities that will encourage picking them up to make other boons work. There's a lot of stuff that's going to encourage you to break out of your usual cycles and rhythms. And that feels healthy for the long-term health of a game like this. Same for having twice as many areas to go. At least twice as many areas visually and enemy types to visit. There is more stuff to go. Here's other stuff to play around with to keep that core combat system feeling fresher for longer. So there are Incompetent Hero. So the Daedalus hammer upgrades from Hades 1 are here, but also Hephaestus is a separate character who also has cool upgrades for your weapons in a similar vein. So the Daedalus hammers are back, but also Hephaestus is a character now.
Acceptable.
who also is like, let me use a big hammer to upgrade your stuff. Okay, let's upgrade my Super Saiyan mode. Let's go see the NPC of Area 3.
Hello again, Echo. How
It's
have you been?
Echo! Oh, Hecko in Echo.
How have you been? How have you been? How have you been? Oh, you know, this place sure is a change from Oceanus, if you've ever been.
Hello, Bean.
About the only friendly face up there is that Narcissus.
In a year where I've had like I've had a couple of games already this year where I've gone, oh, I'll be surprised if this isn't like clear game of the year for me. I've already had a couple of those this year, and this is also getting added onto that pile of, oh no, they're all fighting for game of the year. Like, this is gonna be, it's gonna be up there with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth for sure. God, there's a few things. It's gonna be up there with Balatro. This 2024 has been a very good year for like some fantastic fucking games released already this year. Another Crab's Treasure, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This year has been just full of real interesting stuff.
Is that Narcissus? That Narcissus? That Narcissus? Wait, your voice. You know him? Oh no. Knowing all his suitors, and knowing you're here in the land of the broken-hearted. Broken-hearted.
Okay. Gain a random boon from the previous night. 50% health and magic. 50% dodge chance, but lose 2% each time you dodge. Let's get a boon from last night. What boon am I getting?
Please take care.
Oh, Fluid Gain, the one that lets me get my magic points back. That's fucking great. That's maybe the best... That's maybe one of the best boons I could have been offered. Get more ice and water.
The bell.
Let's activate the tree so I can find out where my things are. Don't get me punch ghosts. Oh, Helldivers 2, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. God, it's been an interesting year for sure. It has not felt like a cookie cutter. Here is just more of what you expect kind of year.
Pure gold.
Okay, we're really close to this one. Seam. Grab all my little water bubbles.
Olympus
Oh.
accept this message.
Ooh, Duo Boon. Location rewards will no longer be health up or magic up or money. Boons will be more likely to be rare or higher. At this point in the run, that's probably worthwhile. Yeah, Incompetent Hero, I could see Metroid going either way. For a long time, I've been saying Metroid's going to be the cross-gen title for Switch 2. But the more I think about it, I think it's going to be their key holiday title for, like, October this year, would be my guess. I think we see it at the June showcase. I'm surprised, we saw announced earlier today, Nintendo World Championship Switch edition got announced, which got leaked by the ESRB a couple of days ago. And when that got leaked, I assumed it was going to be a June Direct announcement, but no, it's just out there now. Here's the thing, even if Metroid Prime 4 is like a Switch 2, like a cross-gen launch, cross-gen launch title, I think we'll see it at the June E3, even if not Switch 2 footage or whatever. Yes, Bellabean, we've confirmed a date for the, yes, we've confirmed the date for the Accessibility Summer Showcase. It's going to be June 7th. 4 PM UK, 11 AM Eastern, 8 AM Pacific. That is basically a month from now. It's real soon. It's 30 days away, I believe. Incompetent Hero says, so had Playtonic announced anything, or is that some nebulous secret for accessibility? I can't say. All I can say is that Playtonic will have something to show at the Accessibility Summer Showcase. If you like games that Playtonic are involved in, check out the Accessibility Summer Showcase, the first showcase of Summer Games Fest season this year. We're getting out ahead of the pack. We're ahead of even Summer Games Fest won't have happened yet. Look, I can't say nothing, just... like Playtonic, check out the Accessibility Summer Showcase. That is literally all I can say. Yeah, a lot of people know Playtonic as the ukulele folks. Yes, I could say that name will come up, you know, Playtonic as a name will come up during the Accessibility Summer Showcase in some regard, so look forward to that. Also some cool stuff from Whitethorn Games, Fiction Factory.
Cold comfort.
There's some cool stuff. I can say this. There's at least one... This is not why they're in the showcase, but there is at least one game in the Accessibility Summer Showcase that I will be in the credits for. So that's cool. I've done some work on at least one of the games in the showcase this year, and that's exciting. Yes, how dare I hold up to the scrutiny of a single question? Tom Holland can't keep a secret for shit. Heartthrob. There we go. Let's see, is there anything else I can, like, tease that isn't going to give anything away? Out of the, I believe, 18 games we're showing this year, I believe 6 of them are playable by sightless blind players without sighted player assistance, which is pretty cool. There is at least one game from last year's Summer Showcase that is showing again, with some new stuff to show. There will be another. I think I've said this in the announcement. We're doing a game giveaway for a game again this year. Last year it was Sniper Elite 4, I believe. From Rebellion. This year it is Rainbow Billy, The Curse of the Leviathan. We'll be doing some key giveaways. And I think that's about all I can tease without giving too much away. Those are the easy vagues. Rocker says, it's low-key a bit frustrating that Impossible Lair's format was a better fit for Yooka-Laylee than their debut game. I still crave something in the vein of Banjo-Kazooie. There are rumours that Toys for Bob, the studio that did the Spyro and Crash Bandicoot remakes, is making a new original Banjo-Kazooie, which is a weird fucking rumour. But, look, there's so many reasons to not think that would be real, but my heart wants to believe. Okay. Let's fight. Here it is. Yeah, so for the people who are upset that I have to fight the good doggo, yeah, good doggo's having a bit of a wobbly day. Okay, I'm not doing great at this, but let's try. I'm taking way too much damage. I'm playing way more aggressively than I should be. I need to be really cautious with this fight. It can deal so much damage if I'm not careful. Okay, yeah, already done. Okay. I'm doing better now. I'm warming up. For an on-stream run, I'm not doing badly this one. Or at least, not doing terribly. I could be doing better, but I'm not doing the worst I could do at least. Even if I haven't gotten my fucking Zeus spoon that I wanted. I can get a trinket to it from him. This is still the boss that right now gives me trouble. I've had some really good runs against him, but it's not reliable. Like, I can pretty reliably get through the first two bosses without too much hassle. Not too much of a problem. There's boss 3 that really...
Return to Shadow now.
You appear to be a slow learner.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Get out of my
Yeah,
head.
Cerberus has been eating too many Satyr sacks indeed, Sergeant Pastry. Right. We'll ignore the plot for now.
An inevitability.
We will get back to you, plot, don't worry.
Which to start with? Sure.
Aspect of Charon. Yeah.
Grant me the aspect of Charon.
Let's buy more aspects.
Ignium. We're forged together in flame.
Requisition authorized.
Let's try going up again. Honestly, I am enjoying like alternating one run up, one run down. to keeping everything nice and varied.
Poor thing, been all cooped up inside that underworld, haven't you? There's a whole great world to see out there once your business is done.
Okay, specials with Scorch. It's not the attacks with Scorch I was hoping for, but... Come on, Zeus! Give me Zeus boons!
I'll slay you all. Beg pardon? What did I say?
I detested Kronos even in my youth. Almost as much as my own Titan father. We took our vengeance, though, on Kronos, Hyperion, and the rest. But I was a fool to think we'd never see any of them again.
For my mother.
Icy Sprint. Icy Sprint's good.
Just squeeze on through. Wow.
Okay, what are my options? We've got Ice, Heart, Mighty Feet,
Fix the barrier, did they?
Flames. Come on, Zeus! My kingdom for a Zeus! Kingdom for a fucking Zeus boon. You know what? Is it because I have a starting boon for one of the gods that only certain other gods are showing up that are kind of friends with them? And therefore, if I go in with something neutral, I maybe see Zeus boons. I don't know if that's how that works, but couldn't hurt to go in with the restore my health one. Because right now, what I want more than anything is just a single Zeus boon. And then I'll do a proper run, but I want to get Zeus's trinket. So, let's just take whatever we get and see what we get. Okay.
Not now.
Yeah, because I think what it's doing is it's making me see the gods I already have trinkets for, and I'm like, no! I explicitly want to give a get a trinket from one of the gods I haven't got a trinket before. Even though I would rather you didn't, I appreciate you asking, I would rather you didn't share a bit of accessibility information that will spoil the final boss. I do not know anything about the final boss yet, and I would like to not know. Quite often my job requires me to get, like, quite often I get spoiled on stuff because, like, people go, you should know about this thing because representation or accessibility thing, and I'm like, I would just like to not be spoiled on a thing I'm excited about. So I appreciate you checking. Let's see. I mean, the way you set a preference for boon leanings is once you've got their trinket, you equip their trinket to ensure that you get at least one of their boons, and then they will start showing up more in the pool for that run. But
Hear me on my authority.
yeah, the number of games that like have a trans character where that factor's been like spoiled for me because Laura, I need your opinion on this game. I won't say why, but there's a character in it who I think you'll relate to quite strongly as a trans person. I'm like, okay, cool, so they're trans. Okay, got it. Etc. And again, I'm not saying that is you. It's one of those... It's why I appreciate you asking. A lot of people do not. Alright, so what do we got? Flame... Got Hera. We got...
Fix the barrier, did they?
Flame, hearts. Flame. Hammer. Ice. I just want a Zeus. How hard could it be to get a Zeus? Let's re-roll you. Nope, you're more ice. You know what? I'm gonna let myself get killed and then roll back in and check this again. I'm finding it hilarious at this point, the lack of Zeus boons. My physical incapability of getting a Zeus boon. They're gonna kill me so we can reset the seed.
Return to Shadow now.
Hope you'll forgive me, chat, for taking some time to do this. It's real bugging me.
Return to us.
Something's report.
To Olympus. For my family. Let us together shine this night, O moon.
As daylight fades upon the surface, we begin to shine. I shall distract your enemies, while you press ever closer to the resolution that we Silver Sisters vowed would come to pass. Total eclipse.
Okay, big blast.
Together we shine.
Thus we are bound.
Oh, that big meteor drop is so satisfying.
Can't go full blast.
Are there weapons that certain gods prefer? Like, will I get offered Zeus boons if I swap to a different weapon?
As my own Titan father.
Not an option.
The valuable is near.
Is there anything I can do to change the
Try an incantation
mix
back
of gods I'm being offered? Okay, ice. Oh, there we go.
You'll regret this.
Probably at some point I can get more rerolls of rooms, but right now, no. Right now I've got what I've got.
Retribution.
God, it's the first one I've seen literally all day today of Zeus boons. I'm gonna get that trinket, and then we're gonna try like a more serious run.
Not now.
Okay, now, don't make the mistake of just ADHDing and, like, accepting his boon and forgetting to give him the gift. This time we remember to give him the fucking
Mighty
gift.
Uncle Zeus, vanquisher of Titans. Your strength has saved our family before. You're most kind to now share some of it with me.
This hardly seems the time to make me offerings. All the more reason I appreciate the gesture, niece. And per the custom of our family,
Okay,
You are most generous, Lord Uncle.
that's what I was looking for. The damn cloud bangle.
I don't know how you circumvented the curse that bound you to the underworld, young lady, but I do know this changes everything.
Specials inflict blitz, gradually restore.
Shocking every time.
Oh. Controller out of battery, is it? Let me plug it in. There we go. Okay. So, now I can pay attention to what the other actual offerings are. There is ice. Is there fire?
The barrier's lost some of its strength.
Fire would be good. Ooh. Definitely taking... Oh, so much fun. You know that turn of phrase. I know we use it in the UK. I don't know if it exists in other places. You wait an hour for a bus and then 5 turn up at once. It's like that, but for Zeus's. Oops, all Zeus.
Marrow. Little wing. That should do it. I meant to warn you, by the way, to not engage with a big burly lion-maned fellow who sometimes stalks about the streets out there.
You must mean Heracles. We've already met, and I gathered that I ought to keep my distance.
Oh, he's just a big downer. I cure his injuries, yet still he incurs more, and not even I possess the power yet to cure his spirit.
Okay.
There you have it.
Why is she MS Paint? Because this is in early access, and that's clearly like... We've worked out what her character design's going to be, and we've sketched it out, but we haven't done, like, the final render. So, for now, here's roughly what she looks like.
Where next?
Where next? Well, I guess all the fucking lightning is where next. So, 2 extra magic would be really good. Ice would be good for the mix. The Daedalus hammer. We'll get the hammer, we'll get the ice, and then, like, the magic, and then 2 more electricity, I would guess. I think that works.
Pylon destroyed.
You know what?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna let this defeat happen. I have the boon I was looking for. I'm just gonna stop and breathe.
Back already.
Oh, Incompetent Hero mobile games are fucking trash.
Evening.
Have a good night, the BT. Okay, so now, let's do it. We're gonna start with Zeus. I want to get lightning and fire as a combo.
Through Athera.
I want to get the fire lightning double real quick. Let's give one more good runner up.
Observe the handiwork of Kronos all about you there. The once thriving city of Athera laid to ruin.
Okay, aha! Attacks inflict blitz. This is the start I was hoping to play around with. My constant balls of lightning.
Some moss.
Let's go!
It's no use. Excellent.
Leveled up lightning.
The main square.
Okay, what are our options? Ice is pretty good. A Fire would be great. Double magic is really good for this build. Moon is always worth doing. Fatalist Hammer. Okay. So let's start with this basically free one.
Fingernails. Splash of oil. Fear not. How fares great Hecate amid such inauspicious nights?
Headmistress seems well enough. I've not once seen hardship ever get to her.
We all wear veils, don't we, sorceress? As you desire.
Try that.
Thank you.
Take a moon.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I saw the great king of the Olympians already bestowed on you his thunderous strength. Behold my light.
Ooh, take the big meteorite again.
The barrier's weakening.
Honestly, yeah, the touch controls that have been like specifically designed for Game Pass on mobile, pretty good. I appreciate that they've made like original, unique touchscreen control schemes per game. Surprisingly workable way of playing stuff.
Should put a dent into that barrier. Need to recharge. That's the last time. Can't do it.
Really need to be better about dealing with these mausoleums up front. Not letting them... Oh.
All right.
Okay, let's just let it die. I recognize the flaw that is happening.
Return to Shadow
It is
now.
all good. Is Jeff going to tweet about the Accessibility Summer Showcase this year? I wouldn't count it. Be great. I wouldn't count on it.
There you are.
But I'm pretty hopeful for Twitch front page, like front page of Twitch this year. And maybe even having a little section on the Steam store. Things that might be on the cards and would be pretty cool.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna break out of my rhythm. We're gonna go for a dive down. I know what I'm doing on these downward routes. We're gonna start with Flame. We'll pick up Zeus's electric boons for the second area.
Compelling the dead to rise against us. I've always tried to look after the living, but our family's best known for looking after ourselves.
Okay, flat attacks inflict scorch. Get out of this funk. Yes, those Xbox layoffs suck for many reasons, one of which being Tango Gameworks did some really good, innovative, fascinating stuff with Hi-Fi Rush accessibility-wise, and it really sucks that a Japanese studio that was doing really interesting, unique accessibility stuff in a region that often is not doing as much as other places accessibility-wise. It's a real fucking loss to the industry.
I'll slay you
all. It is. Honestly, Hi-Fi Rush was like very, very strong Game of the Year contender for me last year. It was absolutely came out of nowhere and shot up to the top of my favorite things in the year. Ooh, my fireballs cost less magic, so I can just spam them even longer now. This is lovely. Okay, this is two of the best starter boons I could possibly have had. On me for trying to mine the material in real time. I mean, look, here's what I'll say about those closures, and we make this observation on Podquisition this week. I don't think that these studios got closed because Xbox wanted to close them specifically. I think it's because Xbox wanted to close some studios to have some short-term cash because they spent so much money on all the Activision Blizzard stuff, and they need some money in the war chest right now. But because of like the scrutiny from the Federal Trade Commission, various other regulatory bodies for making sure they're not a monopoly, they cannot be seen to sell off any of the Activision Blizzard stuff right now because there's scrutiny on that. But they want to sell something, and I think if they could, they'd have sold off some of the smaller sub studios under Activision Blizzard, but they can't because of the regulators. That's why they're selling off Bethesda stuff. I think would not be the studios they would have chosen to sell off, but they want a bit of cash today, and these are some teams that aren't being stared at by the regulators. Rocker, the impression I got was the opposite, that guy left Tango Gameworks because the writing was on the wall that they were getting imminently closed.
That night.
That it was the rumors were swirling and he got out.
And now her fiery ability is yours.
Spirit, let's do the spirit bubbles. Princess Lily Chan, we do know a good chunk of the dates for the Summer Games Fest stuff. Let's have a look. Let's look at GameSpot's list, because I know GameSpot's has the Accessibility Summer Showcase on it. Let's see. So, Summer Games Fest, June 7th. Day of the Devs, June 7th. Accessibility Summer Showcase, June 7th. Wholesome Direct, June 8th. Future Games Showcase, June 8th. Xbox, June 9th. Xbox, June 9th. Ubisoft, June 10th. PC Gaming Show, to be announced, but I'm going to guess it's going to be the Sunday around Summer Games Fest. Nintendo, their Direct will be whenever the fuck they want it to be. It seems like PlayStation is probably doing theirs in May. They're going to try and get out first, so according to Jeff Grubb, like, sometime between now and the end of May, PlayStation's doing their thing. It does seem like most of them are going to be between the 17th onwards. Oh, Incompetent Hero, I don't disagree that they should have, you know, taken the hit as an example of responsibility and, you know, and whatnot. But what I want to happen and what has happened are, you know, different. Anyway, we're about to enter the spider room. If you don't like spiders, look away and I'll tell you when you can look back.
Finery, so soft, divine. I spin my threads and catch whatever tucked away. My eye. Another thing about spiders, my friend, it's that, well, they're my kin. My own brood, you see. But they're ungrateful rascals to the last.
Your own brood? You were the very first. But how did you...
A mate? Oh, he didn't stick around. So you see, this curse isn't just mine. It's for generations still to come. How does that feel? All in an evening's work. You truly do look great.
Cool, we're out of the spider room.
Couldn't do it. The shadows dissipate.
Okay.
Given the opportunity, you sided with my kin, foregoing my boon when I first generously offered it. Whilst that little scuffle is behind us, I do not appreciate any such slights.
Okay, okay. Your booms become heroic and then drop down. Casts last twice as long. Let's take that.
Sure.
Oh, she's the goddess of marriage and it's the engagement ring, but it's also affecting the circular ring that is your cast. Making that ring stick around longer. Okay, that's clever.
The welcome solitude.
Pure water.
Why has the cat stopped showing up here? Where's the kitty cat gone? Come back, kitty cat. You were great.
Think you'll take more than me?
Okay, okay. We've got to kill more than Nemesis
Fate must be
does.
smiling on you. Come on out.
Race you.
Come on.
Damn it.
Cut it out.
A soul tonic. Got you.
Go on and gloat. Quit stalling. Sooner.
Yeah, this year's E3 / not E3 / Summer Games Fest gonna be a real interesting one because I'm gonna be doing all of my like reaction streams as I usually do. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm gonna hazard a guess and say I reckon there's a good chance at least 4 or 5 games that I've done some work on will probably show up at this year's Summer Games Fest or E3 or whatnot. And a lot of them are ones I won't be able to say I've done work on until they've come out. So it's going to be a real interesting game of, chat, can you read the facial expression of... I reckon this is one Laura did something on. This year's gonna be a fun year for, me trying to not give away if I see something and go like, oh shit, it's one of the ones I did. as I said earlier, there's gonna be at least one in the Accessibility Summer Showcase, and that one, when it's in the showcase, I can go, that's one of the ones I have some stuff on. But yes, there's gonna be Can You Spot the Secret Laura project? It's gonna be a fun game you will get to play this year. What game do you see and go, yeah, that's got Laura written all over it? Laura probably did that. That seems like something they got Laura to do. And then I will sit there coyly being like, I can neither confirm nor deny. Probably. There might be a degree of me sending some messages to some people going, cool, so that thing is announced now. Can I say? Oh, don't worry. I'll say this. There's been at least 1 or 2 times when we've had like Summer Games Fest or E3 streams where something I've worked on has shown up. And the fact that none of you have gone, something's up with how Laura responded to that tells me I'm doing an alright job of riding under the radar. And look, if you reckon you've heard my voice doing voice acting in a trailer this year, fucking kudos to you if you go like, shit, that's Laura. If I had done any voice work, I doubt it would make an E3 trailer. But who knows if I hypothetically had done, whether you would hear me. Oh god, the Rabbids announcement. The Rabbids announcement was a thing to be there for.
Charon set up shop.
The Bowman always takes his toll. That's just the way it is. The benefits are more than worth the asking price.
Slow down projectiles.
Here we go.
Malinois. I had expected your arrival here the prior eve, but 'twas not for me to cut short that attempt. However, I shan't hesitate to cut short this one.
Incompetent Hero, I have a fun little anecdote about Until Dawn Rush of Blood. For anyone who doesn't know, Until Dawn Rush of Blood was a VR game that I leaked the existence of about a week and a half, 2 weeks before it was gonna. It was pretty much spot on a week before it was gonna get announced. And the reason it's notable is that the developers did a Reddit Q&A or AMA the night that I leaked it, and they actively denied it existed, and basically, I'm paraphrasing, but they basically said, no, she's making it up, it's not real, and then a week later they announced it. I had a week of people, giving me so much shit before it turned out, oh, it was real. No one fucking apologized for that. But the fun story is, I chatted with someone from PlayStation recently at an event. Not a PlayStation event, but just an event in general. And it's the first time someone from PlayStation has brought that up in conversation, and casually been like, oh yeah, it's only once that something's leaked from insert context. Yeah, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Laura? And I was like, hi, it was a different time. Thank you for not, shutting me out of review access ever since. It's the first, they had a laugh about it. It was the first time that I've ever had a face-to-face conversation with someone from PlayStation about that. It was interesting. Yeah, I was like, thank you for not blacklisting me after the PS4 Slim review 2 weeks before it was announced. Thank you for that. You're chill. PlayStation honestly have been really good. If there's any company I thought would have blacklisted me in this industry, it's PlayStation. PlayStation have been really good about review hardware, review copies of games, and review event access.
So much for silken armor.
Selene smite you. Arise, sisters.
It's a very different situation from Nintendo, who, to my understanding, at least at one event in the UK once, had someone stalk me around the convention to make sure I wouldn't leak shit. Now, I can't verify this story, but someone who was at this convention wearing a Nintendo shirt from the Nintendo booth told me, at least as they tell it, and I don't know whether they told me the truth, they told me they had been assigned to keep an eye out for me, and if they saw me, to follow me from a distance and keep an eye on me, in case I tried to somehow, like, steal a copy of, like, the Pokemon Sword and Shield demo that they had at the kiosks there, to, like, get access to something I shouldn't from a demo kiosk to leak, was their concern. I don't know how true that story is, but I know the person by name who told me, and I know that he definitely was there working for Nintendo, and, yeah, as he tells it, he was put on make sure Laura doesn't steal secrets from our booth duty. So, yeah.
Take on a lesser form.
Again, could have been someone just trying to BS to, you know, they wanted me to be nervous for whatever reason or whatever, but, like, I have reason to believe that I'm not gonna doubt that it's a story that feels like it could have been true. Oh, absolutely wrecked.
We shall have to do this again.
Someone made a meme once, and it wasn't made for that context, but I think about this meme a lot when I think about that story of allegedly someone from Nintendo keeping an eye on me at that booth. Let me see if I can find this image quickly. I think I know where it would be. Let's look through the relatively well-organized fan art folder. It'll be in this folder, but will I recognize it at a glance as a thumbnail? Give me like 2 seconds to scroll. If I don't see it at a glance, I'll skim. No. Oh well, not gonna bother trying to find it now. Right. Let's go. This is gonna be the run. We're gonna do great. We're gonna get all the way to Kronos this run.
Kronos.
You cannot help the gods above you now. My legions are vast, and death means little to them anymore. Not that your efforts here shall be of much consequence.
Your surface legions fight and die for you, yet you hide behind them here.
Leadership, my girl, is not about having to do everything oneself. It is about ensuring others share your same ideals and methodology.
No shortage of fools.
Okay, let's get some Zeus into this mix. Here we go. This is gonna be the build.
That briny smell.
Let's go. Electric fire synergy. If Avatar The Last Airbender told me anything, it's that fire and electricity are basically the same thing. Why they synergize so well.
In the name of Hades.
Okay, ooh. We'll have at least 2 of each. I deal 20% more damage. Let's take this. Okay.
And we're off.
Where's my Zeus? Where's my Zeus spoon? I took the trinket for a Zeus spoon. Can I have my Zeus spoon, please?
I can use this.
How wonderful.
Scorch foes are slain, they damage nearby foes. Yeah, we'll take that.
If you insist on siding against me,
Had to do it. She's angry with me now.
No, when I've used those trinkets before, it has always been the first boon. Maybe... I know there's a list of things where it's like, if this comes up, it won't get overridden by your trinket. Maybe like a double boon room will always take precedence over your trinket, and it's like, first time that it's a regular single boon room, it'll be your trinket one.
forgiveness is like a precious healing ointment.
Nasty comeback. We'll take that.
Vested in me.
Still no. Okay. Maybe in the shop? No.
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
Not the moon yet, have I?
Charon is familiar with every twisted pathway through the...
Okay.
Which suits you?
Let's get the big laser beam. There we go, Zeus. There you go, Zeus. Okay, that was way more damage than I intended to take this early. God, lost my Death Defiance already. Not good. Oh, really? I'm this low already.
Out of my sight.
Melinovi, what happened to you there?
Okay.
Lightning from on high.
Here we go. Now it begins. Come on. Give me a Death Defiance back. Anything I can tease about the upcoming Dice Funk? I'm going to be honest. It's been a while since we recorded whatever episode's going up next. I don't remember what's next in Dice Funk, so I couldn't tease it if I wanted to.
Time down in the fields. Clear your head. Put the pieces of your heart back together and all that.
If you mean the morning fields, I don't think that's a healing place.
Repeats whatever you say to her. I knew a nymph like that one time.
So you do know Echo, the mountain nymph. She's languishing in the fields even now.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, tell her Narcissus really wants what's best for her. Unless that's me.
Extra health.
Oh good, some target practice then.
this possible? Sister Artemis.
Fine mess we made. Not many hiding places here compared to Erebus. Might be the end of the line for me.
Fishing is a form of hunting, isn't it? Anyway.
They'll want to hear from me. About the situation and about you, too.
4% critical chance, sure.
All right, I'm off.
Let's do this again sometime. Too hot for you?
Fish everywhere.
As expected. Gold coins. Olympus, I accept this message.
A game similar to Disco Elysium and Night in the Woods. Gosh, I'm trying to think where the commonalities between those particularly lie. Let me have a think. One sec. Big story-driven experiences. Look, Deck 9's not great recently, it seems, but like Life is Strange, True Colors, you know, your Tell Me Why's, narrative-driven ones. Night in the Woods. Maybe try something like Fall of Porcupine or Wonder Song. Wonder Song's very in that sort of realm in terms of like amount of gameplay versus like narrative approach. Beacon Pines. Nier Automata is definitely heavier on the traditional like action gameplay, but narrative, I would say the narrative falls into that sort of comparison point. Road 96 or Route 96, is that what it's called? Route 90, yeah, Road 96. Road 96 I would recommend. Let me have a think. Ooh, Neocab. Neocab might be up the right kind of alley. Kentucky Route Zero, yeah. Possibly something like Lake. There you go. Hopefully that's some... Oh yeah, Pentiment. Pentiment might not be a bad call. Hopefully that's some helpful recommendations. Also, hey, welcome Raiders. Hi, I'm Laura. We're playing Hades 2. I'm trying not to get murdered by these sea sirens.
I'm not particular.
Oh, I may be a little son do you know, lady.
Okay. I don't think this run's gonna go that well, but I'm gonna try anyway. There we go. Yeah, those are the ones off the top of my head. Shorter, but like, in the same vein of look, As someone that really fucking likes Night in the Woods and Disco Elysium, I'm just gonna recommend my all-time favorite game that I feel like scratches a very similar itch, even though it's mechanically and lengthwise very different. Sayonara Wild Hearts. I'm gonna take a wild swing and throw Sayonara Wild Hearts out there.
Lady Medea.
So many more shades of the dead now linger here. And the earthy aroma, quite unlike before.
Welcome back to the abode, Lady Medea. What brings you here? And
no, I am Great Hecate's eyes upon the surface. But then
see you.
Oh, how many bones do I have right now?
I'll have to turn in more gold. Here you are.
Yeah, I came up with some helpful suggestions. For something a little on the artsier side, but that might scratch a similar kind of narrative itch, if you don't mind a little bit of repetition. What was it called? Of Stars and Time, I think it was called. It was my game of the year last year. It's not going to be for everyone because of the necessary amount of repetition that exists from the time looping structure of the narrative, but it's one of the most narratively and mechanically fascinating things I've ever played. What time is it?
Inject, my disciple.
Fuck it, one more run. One more run.
Remember it well.
As you can see, even if I'm not completing runs in Hades 2 yet, I'm making considerably better progress than I was the other night when we started playing on Monday.
The rains return. I draw you down, O moon.
If you end up liking a short hike, you could go from that to like little gator game.
I'm here to usher you into that dark. Toward
Bye, Trep. Have a lovely night. Okay, let's see. Everything 80% slower, that'll do.
Count right now.
Here we go.
Not a chance.
Yeah, Disco Elysium is... Here's the thing, like, I wouldn't even necessarily, like... Look, when you give me, like, Night in the Woods and Disco Elysium as, like, recommendations of your taste, I know the temptation for people is going to be to recommend other, like, classic, like, CRPGs to scratch that Disco Elysium itch. But if the other comparison point you're making is Night in the Woods, I feel like you fall into Disco, like, a similar camp to me, where it's like, it's not that it's a CRPG that is the reason I like Disco Elysium, it's the narrative-specific stuff it's doing. And that makes me want to recommend, like, I would be more likely to recommend, like, even, like, I don't think this is a good recommendation, but just to tell you where, like, my gut feeling is, something more like a Mass Effect than just something else that happens to be a CRPG, in terms of where I would be, like, I feel like the itch being scratched is very specifically narrative consequence, plot side of it, as much as the genre that is delivering that. Could be off the mark on that. But as someone that has tried to find other CRPGs that scratch that same itch, none of them quite hit right, because it's not the mechanical genre that is specifically what's grabbing me about Disco Elysium. It was always the narrative context. I don't know. It's a hard one to find good comparisons to. Let me have a think. The first game I ever played with her was taking her through Undertale and Deltarune. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's Disco Elysium could be a visual novel and it wouldn't fundamentally change the fact that I love it so much. It's not because it's a CRPG. You could give me visual novel Disco Elysium and it would still work. Because, like, Baldur's Gate 3, mechanically very different, and not going to be for everyone, but, like, there's a lot of overlapping DNA. Obviously, you could go to, like, your Planescape Torments and whatnot. You could go something like Pathologic 2, maybe? Shadowrun Dragonfall. Weirdly, like, narrative, like, if it's the narrative vibe, Loop Hero might not be a bad recommend. Because once you get to the plot of that game's plot is not tonally dissimilar.
Great world to see out there.
Now.
Let's give this a go. Yeah, because, like, look, mechanically, nothing at all alike. But a lot of that game's narrative of you playing, like, without getting too spoilery, playing as someone who huge parts of their life, both metaphorically and literally, are being forgotten and attempting to be put back together. Has some really interesting overlaps with some of, like, the thematic stuff. You know, I'm trying not to make just the obvious recommends. I'm trying to think of...
But no sign of any bats.
I'm trying to think of, like, slightly out there stuff that might scratch... It might not have been considered that might scratch a similar edge. Maybe even something like Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Like, in terms of, like, big, difficult, complex moral choices delivered by, like, with some real humor to them, inherent to some of the exaggerated characterization.
Can't right now.
Oh, goodbye Volcano High, yeah. I'm just gonna let them take me. I've been getting worse at this as the stream's gone on, as is occasionally the way when I try and stream roguelikes.
No.
We just accept that this is the way of things and let them be.
Return to Shadow now.
The age of gods is drawing to a close.
Get out of my head.
Right, sorry, I'm trying to get on top of all these many messages that are coming through at me. Let me keep these quickly. Do I try one more run? Oh. Oh, this is really interesting. A bunch of people on family boards have been tracking shipping data between Nintendo, Nvidia, and other rumored suppliers that are doing stuff with Nintendo, and have been quietly doing this for several months and keeping an eye on what's getting shipped between them, and may have been able to work out a bunch of stuff about the Switch too, allegedly. Which is super curious. I'm gonna wait and see if more verification of this comes through, but there might be some information on the amount of RAM, the type of RAM, the speed that the RAM transfers at, and how big the internal storage on the default unit is. May have come from tracking some component shipments going back and forth. That's a fun way to have tried to get info. I love a good we've been quietly tracking some stuff. Look, I won't get into depth on the rumor because I want to see some of the take some time to see some of the specifics of what they found, but I'm fascinated by that. 1 gig of RAM with blast processing. Oh, they're gonna blast so many processors.
The city of Aethera has seen so much strife. Please make your choice.
I'll take the beam.
Got you back. Damn it.
Has been cooking up for us, but we're all thinking that his little recent skirmishes against our mountainside are not the brunt of it.
Right, flame attacks, do scorch. It's our starter.
That barricade's back up.
Ice, fire. Speedy feet. Ice. Double health, electricity, or double magic, electricity, ice, double health. Okay. We'll start with the electricity. We'll get the magic and health, and then... Ooh!
I'm working here, sister. Care to prepare?
Do it.
Magic.
A lightning sigil.
There we go.
Some mortals are such fools to be enticed by the promise of a new golden age. When Kronos ruled,
oh, Citizen Sleeper.
No war or strife, and no advancement or society either. The path of progress isn't paved.
Okay.
Even the gods
Specials do
Thunderous
blitz.
Our fathers sure made a mess of things for us, didn't they, sister?
It's Kronos that made a mess of things.
Have you met our fathers? Sure, we're in the midst of an interminable war, but at least we're far away from them. My work is finished here.
Okay. Good start, good start. Get the extra magic.
They never learn. Need to recharge. Pylon destroyed.
Okay, let's do the small subrooms to get the extra bonuses.
For me.
Get some cash. Princess Lily-chan, have a good night. I'm glad that we could provide some helpful recommendations. Okay, so we've got 4 more to do. Let's get the health. And just 3 more elemental ones, I guess.
Not now. Need to recharge.
Okay, 3 to go. We're gonna grab the ice, I suspect. Or an ice.
Don't mind me.
Fire and 2 ice, I guess.
The time sign's back. It's no use. All right, Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, get 300 scorch, they take extra damage.
There.
Fear not for this mountaintop, nor for the earth.
Yeah, we have ice, electric, and fire across our 3 slots. That is the mix that I was hoping for. Maybe Poseidon on my run would be nice. Ooh, Take the Daedalus hammer.
Shades, you're free. Couldn't do it.
Okay. Hi.
Enchanted for the
Fireballs are cheaper and faster. That's the one.
Some coins.
Okay. Time to go fight the Cyclops and hopefully
I can get
show
out.
you the second area up above the ground. One I've been hoping to show off all evening.
Bowman's good at taking messages, isn't he? Almost like taking corpses down into the underworld like he used to.
I have the gold.
Can I do this today?
You heard that, didn't you? Are you the one responsible for that spectral barrier at the city gates? It has the markings of Kronos all over it. And you seem to be the extra backup in case it fails.
Oh, that thing, yeah. I knew it'd never hold. But they keep fixing it anyway.
Okay, I gotta actually focus on this. Oh, I've never seen him eat me before. Wasted my big laser. Fuck you. Okay. Power through. Even without Death Defiance, we power through. Okay, don't use the big laser on him. It makes me stand still too long. I get hit by those rings. Okay, there's these new things I'm learning about this fight. New ways it can fuck me over. This laser is not like the Super Saiyan mode where I get invincibility during it. I'm in fact very vulnerable while firing the laser.
So much for my meal ticket, huh?
Oh well. Right, we're going to call it a night here. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream.
Oh, he hits
I'll be
hard.
back and streaming on Friday. Same time as usual. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I'm going to go get some sleep. Good night.